This week in VR education news, hardware competition heating up, the future of soft skills, training for hockey and other sports in VR, and some interesting articles from XpertVR. Let's hop right into it. First of all, we have Google having their regular keynote last week, announcing all sorts of things, but with an interesting focus on XR and VR. And most interestingly, is the Samsung Android powered headset that is coming out later this year, or going to be revealed later this year in partnership with Google. And so very exciting. We know that Apple will likely be releasing a headset maybe in just 2 weeks' time. And so seeing these big players enter the market will continue to heat up the space and can only mean bigger and better things for us as consumers and teachers using this technology, hopefully better quality and lower costs. And if you want a full roundup of the keynote, make sure to check out the Scared Ghost roundup. He had a great full-length roundup, as well as one just highlighting the key 5 points talked about around XR. And moving along, if you've heard of Talespin, you'll know that they are one of the leaders in the soft skills space in VR, creating all kinds of amazing simulations for HR training and for just soft skills in general in the workplace. And they have now released their AI-powered web-accessible no-code creator platform. And all of those words sound very exciting to me. I've been playing around with AI a lot, and I think it adds for a lot of flexibility within simulations. Web accessible is great so that anybody can access it from anywhere if you have an internet connection. And then a no-code creator platform is something that we're very excited about at XpertVR because it puts the power of creating content into the teacher's hands, allowing you as a teacher to basically create what would be the equivalent to PowerPoints, but now in the virtual reality world. So excited to see more tools like this coming out and see where they head, and excited to play around with this one when I can get my hands on it. Then we have the USA hockey team announcing that they will be using Sense Arena to train. I'm really sad that it's not the Canadian hockey team using this software to train, but basically Sense Arena is a virtual reality training software for hockey players and goalies. And I'm just excited to see how the USA team performs with this type of training under their belt. And then lastly, if you want a little bit of a laugh, but also a very educational read, check out this article from Martin Danahay at Brock University. We've been working with Martin for multiple years, and just before COVID, we helped him create a virtual classroom for his students. And then funny enough, or not funny enough, COVID happened 2 to 3 months later, and all of his students were already set up with virtual reality headsets, meeting up in virtual reality for their classes. And it was just so much fun setting up this class, and Martin's a great professor, so he let students come as a stick of butter and peppers and all kinds of different avatars, and it made for such an exciting class. So it's great to finally see some of his articles getting published around the topic. That is your Friday recap though, so I hope to see you next week, and comment if there's any articles that I missed or any questions that you have about the articles that I did comment on. I'll see you next week.